President Biden is looking to calm the concerns of his party as he sits down for his first televised interview since last week's debate. The next few days of his campaign are critical after last week's disastrous debate performance. NBC News has learned the president is privately torn between defiance and acceptance amid calls to step aside, according to 4 people familiar with the matter. The president acknowledged his poor debate performance in a radio interview that aired yesterday.
I screwed up. I made a mistake. That's 90 minutes on stage. Look at what I've done in 3.5 years. We're going to win this election. We're going to just beat Donald Trump like we did in 2020.
Now, the president is contradicting his own press secretary. He says he had a brief checkup a few days after the debate and was fine. But his press secretary said Wednesday that he was not checked by the doctor. A prominent donor to the Democratic Party is withholding donations until President Biden decides to drop out of the presidential race. Abigail Disney, the granddaughter of Disney's co-founder, says she will no longer donate. In a statement to CNBC, Disney said, in part, if Biden does not step down, the Democrats will lose. Of that, I'm absolutely certain. The president has said he has no plans to withdraw from the race. Meanwhile, anonymous sources tell CNBC Vice President Kamala Harris's past donors are privately discussing what her candidacy would look like if Biden steps aside.
Carrying on a summer celebration with his campaign facing crisis, a renewed pledge from President Biden that he's staying in the race.
You got me, man. I'm not going anywhere.
And that means today is no ordinary day for the president, heading to Wisconsin for a very public test, a rally and a high-stakes on-camera interview. New this morning, the campaign announcing an aggressive travel schedule and $50 million paid media blitz. Biden allies say today's events are a critical step.
He's got to show it. He's got to get out there, show the sustained strength, and take it on head on.
After the debate that shook his candidacy, any public appearance by the president is drawing scrutiny, including this radio interview airing yesterday.
By the way, I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman, served with a black president. I'm proud of the first black woman in the Supreme Court.
The campaign responded to coverage, calling it absurd, saying it's abundantly clear the president was talking about his record of running mates and appointments, his party, campaign, and White House under pressure. In a meeting with Democratic governors, 2 sources familiar with the exchange say Mr. Biden said he was seen by his doctor. But earlier that day, his team had said this.
He did not get checked out by the doctor.
And later corrected that he did have a brief exam. California Governor Gavin Newsom said the president told them he needs to prioritize his sleep.
It wasn't a literal at 8 o'clock I will be doing things differently. It was more figurative.
Many governors expressing their support after the meeting. But NBC News reporting this morning that some Democrats say the president's debate performance was not an anomaly. One Democratic senator who declined to speak publicly said the country saw what those of us who have had personal interactions with him have all known for the last 2.5 years. Other Democrats say they remain concerned.
We need a reset. We need a course correction. We've got to acknowledge that this was not just one bad night.